Hello, this is Taja. I am going to do a very quick little tutorial on OBS combined with Verysoft splitcam software. I already have Verysoft added. I already have my Logitech C920 added with the software, but this is just to help people who are not sure where to add a source. You would do it right here in this box. And I just wanted to show you too that only thing you have to do to cut on Verysoft is just to click that icon right there. Then you go over to your tray. You see that? That means it's on. It's sometimes it's not obvious, but yeah, it's on. It already has my Logitech Webcam Pro mixed in there. You can see the resolution is already set to 1280 by 720. You're going to want to go back and change all of these so that your computer, your Verysoft, will automatically downgrade the video for you. But right now, we're just going to do 1280 by 720 because that is usually the preferred resolution, especially for sites like Streamate and so forth. You can go into settings and so forth, but right now we're just going to go ahead and close it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to efficiently add the capture source. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. So yeah, what you do is you go back here to the second one. We're going to add a source. We're going to add video capture device, and we're going to name it that was the generic name that comes up right away. So we're going to do the Logitech C920, and boom, we're done. We're in business. Then you can select, if you want, right here, because it does a drop down. It could be the generic camera, the shitty camera that comes with the laptop, the webcam splitter software, which is what you would select later on if you're in OBS. But we're just going to do that just to show you how that's done. And then boom. But we need to cut that off so I can show you. That black box was the webcam. So it'll show you that. But I have it covered up because I'm not camera ready right now. So all right, just to give you a little idea of what you would do for your settings for OBS. We're not in Verysoft anymore, just to let you know we're in OBS. This is where you would put in your bit rate. This basically is determined amount, just like it says right there, like your upload speed for your internet. Like if you have high-speed internet, you can go 2,000 and higher, but you want to make sure you're registering, I believe it's at least 1,000 for Streamate. I like to just play around with it because sometimes you can set it too high and it can mess up your stream and make it very difficult for customers to connect and load your room. So I try to play around with 1,500 and go up or down from there, but usually it just stays at that right there. Every time you set something in here and you try to go to the next thing, it's going to give you the option to save. This is already saved, so I don't need to save it now. This right here, when you go to broadcast settings, this is where you would put in the 2 lines of code. And when you click start stream on streamate.com or streamatemodels.com website, it's going to give you that first URL, that first key, the first URL, and then there'll be the second one that says the key. This is where you would put that information. You have 90 seconds to take care of this, so when you're brand new, it might feel like it's a ticking time bomb, like something's going to go off and you're really anxious or whatever, but after a while you'll get it and you'll have it done in like 20 seconds or less. You don't need the full 90 seconds. But the point is, if you mess it up, you have 90 seconds. Even if you mess up the step, you can start it all over again. This little box right here, this is what you would use if you wanted to record your live streams or your shows or whatever. But just be aware that when you do that, those files are really large. So you uncheck it, and then you can have the option to go into your computer and save where you want on your computer for it to go. This is where you would go. Yeah, we want to save that. This is where you go in and fix your resolution and so forth. 1280 by 720 is typically what you want for HD streaming and for maximum placement and performance on streamate.com. If your computer is not working if you don't have a very super fast computer or your internet's not very fast, you can go in here and you can manipulate this. You can go in, like on the Streamate broadcaster, it would determine all of this for you. You can go ahead and downsize to something like that or even like that. Actually, I prefer this 852 by 480 over that right there. I think that's just too weird, like rectangular or something. So you can go in and put that in there, but 1280 by 720 is what you want. The 16 ratio. So that's good. Then you go in here for audio, and you would select if you want to use external audio, you want to use the built-in computer microphone. If you have one of those, I'm going to select my Blue Yeti, which is what I'm using to record this, or you can use your microphone on your webcam. I prefer the Yeti, so that's just me. And then there's advanced. Yeah, I want to save it. There's a few other things you can do in here that try to to make little tweaks to your stream, but really if you're brand new, you'll probably hardly ever use it, so it's kind of pointless. So again, only thing you really need to think about is this right here, encoding, where you put your max bit rate. Also, you would also go in there, and that's where you put your frames per second, but because I don't have my camera loaded right now, it's not showing that. Video, audio, boom. After you have all of your settings in here, which you're going to do that ahead of time, once you do that, you're going to want to hit start streaming. This is within the first 90 seconds. I am just recording right now just to give you guys a pretty good idea. It's again to show you where you would go to click sources to add a new source. So again, you would click add source. You would pick what kind of source, the video capture device, and then you would put whatever device is on your computer preloaded. You have to do that before you even do the OBS. This is the OBS Classic because I think OBS Classic is far more simplistic. It's low level, it's less CPU, and it's just like I said, it's not as complicated as the OBS Studio. So, and it's still available on the Open Broadcast Software website. Pretty soon I'm going to upload it to hosting, and then I'm going to make it available along with the older version of Skype and then a couple other programs that are about to be discontinued. But of course, just because it's being discontinued, that doesn't mean that it's no longer efficient, especially for cam models or streamers. It's just that companies are always trying to do the next best thing and competing and adding things and bloating all of their software and so forth. And we know that as cammers, we need these tools. So stick with me on that, and then I'll have like an article showing you a link to where you can get those downloads and you can just share it with all your friends and so forth. So again, this is Taja, and this is just a quick tutorial on the OBS broadcaster software classic version, and just showing you if you're using Verysoft. I mean, the same thing would work for ManyVids too. You could also add ManyVids in here. Like, see, you would also add a capture in here. Like, for instance, if you had ManyVids, you do the video capture, and then you would select Verysoft or ManyVids, whatever you wanted to call it. So, yeah, that's it for now. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, or you can hit me up on Twitter at Pussy by the Pound or at Bullet Models, and I'll be more than happy to answer anything. Just about anything. Have a good day. Bye-bye.